Merc Queen on this map yesterday. It didn't work out very well, but there's a lot of potential snipe picks here. This is the map where we've seen our most unusual picks by far, so we could see a little bit of anything here. Remember, these are sister teams.
Yep.
I'd love to see Crazy Moving's Jaina, to be totally honest with you, with Hong Kong's Zeratul.
Yeah, they might actually go for that wombo combo again as they did before yesterday. And let's see if Vala is taken from either side. Very high chance, even a Nazebo may be the one that gets picked at the end. This draft will be for sure a slower one because of this opportunity and possibility of so many heroes.
The large hero pool in terms of usability on this map is absolutely the highest. I completely agree with you. Miracle giving some thought here as whatever they do not ban here will be given to Black as they are first pick. And it's a scary thought to be in that situation. The first draft was what Miracle is preparing for, I think, more often, is to be first pick themselves. But now that they won a game, Black has that controlled, and they will deny the Vala.
And maybe Black, with their choice of the first pick, they can also go for Zeratul, Leeming, or Variant. Not Variant. Lost my train of thought.
Malfurion?
It wasn't Malfurion at the time, but it is now.
Well, Li Ming has been really moving up on this map and has kind of been ruling in terms of poke.
Along with Tychus.
So, you know, that you mentioned that it's not even out of the realm of possibility that Miracle could take both right now. That would be pretty insane. I don't think they will.
I think Miracle really, and Ancona loves playing on that Zeratul, making those flashy moves. He is the person who loves to do it. So I think Zeratul's not out of the option, and as well as Ragnaros, who can also combo with that Void Prison we saw all day today.
Well, they're going to give it a lot of thought here. We've kind of covered the bases. Malfurion definitely going to be good for spotting. He's definitely going to have the counter to Zeratul in terms of vision with a scouting drone at level 1. So it's not a must pick Zeratul here. And they're going to take it. They're going to take ETC for the Rockstar. So that's a map specific priority on ETC, not for his early game pressure, but because of his trait. And you can see like ETC's trait is not insignificant, but definitely something you don't really think about that much when you see ETC on, say, Infernal Shrines or Tomb of the Spider Queen. But when you see him here, his roam ability is 0, but his ability to change fights and win races through his Rockstar passive alone is not to be trifled with.
Yep, especially with against ETC, you will MVP Black likely to pick Leeming, especially just for pokes on the Immortal, and also Wave of Force to cancel that Mosh, as Mosh would be highly picked here instead of Stage Dive.
Yes. You know, I don't know if we'll see Jaina here from Miracle, but in the past, the old rivalry between Sake and Crazy Moving, when Crazy Moving was a TNL player, won 2015 OGN, the only tournament that he's got under his belt, is the matchup between Sake and Crazy Moving in terms of mage heroes, and we've seen that so many times on so many different iterations of TNL and Black, and now on Miracle and Black in the same sister teams. Jaina was the go-to in 2015 for these two. I mean, they were both famous Jaina players that both had really even KDAs, and Crazy Moving often actually having a higher KDA than Sake, and he's so good on the hero. He's so experienced with it. It just feels like Chekhov's gun that, like, on this map, somebody's got a Jaina, and with Leeming already picked, I feel like if Black doesn't ban it, it's something we really have to keep in mind, especially with the ETC prioritization here. It's going to be the ban for Miracle first, of course, and they are going to ban out Ragnaros. Taking that away from Sake potentially there.
Also, kind of taking out that reset on Leeming with that smash combo. That's also a good idea from Miracle's side. This actually gives me that feeling that Miracle's going for that wombo combo again. Not just Jaina. They can also have some other heroes to line up with that Mosh and Void Prison.
Well, look, Leeming's gone, Falstad's gone, Val is gone. We're looking at range damage. Sergeant Hammer still available. Jaina, a great choice in terms of wombo combos. At the highest level of play, Black, L5, and Tempest even not really running a whole lot of Jaina. It's the mid-tier teams that are running it.
I would love to see if MVP Miracle actually brings out a Tracer here with Tassadar.
It's possible, definitely.
Against the MVP Black, that will be that would be very exciting too.
It would be similar to what we saw from earlier L5, yeah.
Yes.
But they'll have ETC on their side. Varian's banned. It's going to be tough to catch that Tracer if that's what we see. It wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility, like I said, and they're definitely giving that some thought. It's really Hammer, Tracer, Jaina. Those are the damage dealers we're looking at right now in terms of Rage. Miracle, what would they lock in? 3, 2, 1. Task Tracer! Good call, G-Clef. No Jaina on this map.
Now, Black has to face what they have started. They originally had this Tracer Tassadar comp, especially on Towers of Doom and also Battlefield of Eternity from last season. So they should have an okay answer, but without that stun, charge, and taunt of Variant. They do have some CCs with Malfurion's Root, which can be some zoning out of Tracer, and also Stonebolt can CC hard. But hitting those skill shots on Tracer, a little bit tough.
The history you talk about, Kyocha playing the Tracer role, forcing Rich actually to role swap on those compositions to play Tassadar, is how Tracer TAS became popular in Korea. It was already popular in the West before that a little bit, and was never really standardized in Korea, but that's what we saw it. So they have the experience against this. We're going to see Tyrael and Sergeant Hammer. She finally gets into the draft, but it's on Black's side here, so they've got 2 types of damage. They have protection, but they don't have lockdown. It's going to be Stormbolts and Roots, the way to catch Tracer here with what they've chosen at the end. In terms of racing, Black has a pretty good situation. They got Hammer, they've got Li Ming's Poke. Miracle is going to have to dive with Tracer Zeratul. They're going to have to force this to work. And I imagine we're going to see the last pick Karazim here for the extra mobility, because Karazim's mobility is doubled really when you've got Tracer there too, because his mobility is her mobility, as he can dash to her anywhere.
That is right, and that's going to finish the draft for game number 3. MVP Miracle really digging that into Black with Tassadar Tracer.
I didn't believe the Tracer when L5 used it. I didn't think solo range Tracer would work in this day and era with these compositions, and I was proven wrong by SC. We will see in this composition if MVP Miracle can make it work against their sister team, MVP Black. Winner of this game takes match point as we head into Battlefield of Eternity. Tell your friends to tune in. We're HGC Korea. I'm Wolf. With me is G-Clef. Let's get in game. In blue, MVP Black, Spring Champions. Sake on Sergeant Hammer, Reset on Li Ming, Tist on Muradin, Coach on Tyrael, and Meridate on Malfurion. Not to mention OGN champions as well, and overseas champions at Gold League.
MVP Miracle, never a champion yet, but Hankana on Zeratul, Dami ETC, Sniper on Tracers, Crazy Moving on Tassadar, Darvish on Karazim.
Also MSI champions.
We're like dividing up
two-time gold club champion. Sorry.
Also having Crazy Moving on Tassadar, and it is actually Sniper on that Tracer.
That's right. So this is not insanely rare, as Range Flex was often the Tracer player. They turned that around a little bit in terms of how MVP Black is playing it now, because they had their Range Flex Tracer, and then Kyocha's moved into the Bruiser role, but he still will play the Tracer because he's experienced on the role, and it's a very similar role. We also had Sniper on the Dahaka. For some reason, that name eluded me for a second last game. So we're seeing a lot more flex in general, as the all-rounder role doesn't necessarily mean range flex, especially in Korea anymore. It means just kind of like play what we need, what the comp needs. And so it's a little bit harder to be the flex player now, because there's so many heroes you have to be ready to play. And perhaps the theory that you and the Korean commentators had about Kyocha not being ready to play Ragnaros could be one of the reasons why that range flex role and just flex in general, as I'm really pushing it, as is really difficult right now.
Yeah, that is correct. And MVP Black, as they had the wave clear and Sake on that siege mode, they have been pressuring very far into the first wall here. And Sniper, looks like Sniper is actually doing some damage, but not enough so that Sake is off that siege mode. They're gonna take this first wall down pretty easily, only 1 minute 30 seconds into the game.
They have a lot of wave clear with Tassadar, but that's about it. And in terms of Li Ming's ranged poke, the Sergeant Hammer ranged poke in terms of auto attack damage, and Malfurion, it's really tough to actually force that.
And with that rework on Tassadar, his Storm actually does less damage at the first two, as it builds up the damage after a while. And Tassadar just recall actually does get caught with that CC, with that boss, and Tracer is gone.
Yep, so that's unfortunate. Sniper already dead here. Definitely not playing as well as SC if I had to compare the two in this early game, but Black is playing out of their minds.
That was really close. He did recall, but he just got caught at the very end with that crowd control.
Well, this is a big win for MVP Black in terms of hit points already. And they have the better racing comp, so that's kind of a problem. With Sniper now respawned and coming back, they're going to try to change this. But they need to dive, and that is something they are struggling to do. Meride is actually low on mana, doesn't have a root available, it looks like here. Reset with a body block for his teammate, turning this fight around. They had that that scouting drone the entire time, too, to help guarantee the retreat there and not overextend.
And Sergeant Hammer on that immortal race the entire time. Sake just comfortably on his keyboard. He can even take off his fingers off his mouse right now.
Yeah, take his fingers off his mouse, have a sip.
Let's look at this racing. Looks like MVP Black is gonna take it, but Miracle actually did have a pretty good race at the end, taking out that shield.
Yep. No one's gonna dismount here. Black does not have vision. Could have tried to find something, but with all those forced hearths for Miracle, they're going to, lose a little bit of soak here in the lane, and this is going to push really hard. It's actually, right now, a commitment to 4 in the top lane. They're actually going all the way. No one's bot. As Tis is rotating up, it's 5. They are going to 5-man this. They're up a level already.
Yeah, they know Sake is on that siege mode, just doing way too much pushing at the moment. They were going all in. They don't want to soak up anything right now.
They want to win this game early, absolutely, it seems, and they're going to get the kill here onto Dami. He's no way out, no escape there. They're forcing this issue super hard past the fort now, diving it. In fact, there's the Stormbolt onto Sniper. He's going to recall. They predict his movement, but they're still unable to lock him down. He's finding some damage here. He doesn't have recall anymore. Tist goes in. They get the kill. Meride is going to die counterwise, though, to that Pulse Bomb. It's still a 2-for-1, and the keep wall is now being sieged up. MVP Black decided to sacrifice EXP and push hard. This meant Miracle needed to commit 5, so they didn't get that extra soak. And Black basically said, I could have maybe been level 8 and done less structural damage, but I'm not racing to 10, I'm racing to the keep. And that's really what they're focusing on here, more than getting that faster level 10 heroic.
Yep, and MVP Black is, I think, winning the mind fights here as Tracer blinks in the front, and she runs out of blink, charges, and MVP Black actually does not use the crowd control like Stonebolt until she blinks away into a small position so they can hit that CC. Also, having that root onto that second wall basically made Tracer go around, which they secured the kill at the end.
Look at the positioning here, allowing them to get this cap. Sake is able to pressure the lane and poke heroes while also getting this for free. MVP incorrectly assumes, MVP Miracle that is to say, with 2 MVP teams it's a little bit hard to cast. Kyocho is going to go down here. Miracle assumes they were taking bruisers, they were not, so they check that. They still get a kill here, and Sniper escapes. So I can't fault them for that. But you know what's really interesting about this too? Oh man, that's another one down onto Crazy Moving. What's really interesting is Tyrael helps the push too. He actually shields the minions, so they have this ultimate push comp that they're going to use to just try to push these structures down. They're leaving that Shaman camp in the top lane. Finally, Tist goes up, rotates up to deal with that right now, but the level lead, not as high as it used to be with that pick-off, with the Shaman camp doing damage. We'll see if Dami can get the pick on the Sake. It looks like, yes, it will. A bit greedy there was our siege tank. And he is going to go down. Dami gets the shield there, that burst shield to dodge the Li Ming shot.
And that actually cleansed at the right moment of Meride. What a nice play. Kyocha could have been caught with that power slide without that cleanse. Basically saved his life, but Sergeant Hammer gone. Miracle has the upper hand in the lane for now, but Sergeant Hammer is coming back, and the second Immortal is back already.
This looks like an ARAM with how much we're seeing the commitment to 5v5 in lanes. Very rarely we see the rotation up to deal with a cap to get a little bit more soak.
It's all about fighting right now, hitting that skill shot, doing that auto attack damage on Sniper, going a little bit aggressive.
Okay, MVP needs to, I keep saying MVP, Miracle needs to invade here. MVP actually on the side of Black are in a position to just chunk this down. They have the better poke with Sake, and they have it with Reset. The Leeming poke, the Siege Tank poke. Miracle needs to get on top of these ranged damage dealers and fight them. Otherwise, they're just simply going to lose this. They can stand near the Immortal, but they need to do more. They need to get on top of this. Dami gets knocked away here. He's rooted as well. They're unable to get the pick. And look at this. The first phase is dominated by Black, and they're going to get 10 first. They're going to get those heroics.
Sake did a lot of damage to that Immortal, but they actually do not want to do any more damage because they like the way this is right now. Because they're level 10 and Miracle is down half a level. If they actually want to fight, they can fight. Black is going to have the upper hand on this.
Sniper actually going right back to the same spot here.
That Sank was, I believe that's not the best way.
Sure,
yeah, I think so.
And we kind of fat-fingered it probably. I'm not entirely sure what happened there.
Or also, fan service because they're winning.
Or maybe he thought he took Judgment and he wanted to kill Tracer with Judgment there, and he was like, oh man, I accidentally clicked Sank.
Maybe, I think that you actually have a valid point there. And the Merryday gets caught in the middle, but it is Twilight Dream that turns around the team fight. 2 gone already for MVP Miracle. Dami's the next one to fall, about to. He does go down.
Okay, 3 dead here. Nearly 4. Honkono on the retreat. Sake actually uses his thrusters, gets the kill, dunked on with that napalm strike. 11-9, Miracle still with no heroics. And with the amount of commitment to the bot for what we saw there, the 5-man from Black, they should be able to burst through this easily. They have that siege comp, they have the Tyrael shields to push this hard, and they're going to try to knock down another keep wall to snowball this game in terms of structures in their favor. So
far, this Tracer Task.com is not working so well for Miracle against MVP Black, as they are the one that didn't invent it, but the one that actually used it on the map pretty strongly to push all the way. MVP Black with that Immortal, they're going to go all the way in. Kyocha being a little bit aggressive on the front line.
Yep. Looking for more shields here on these minions as they continue to move forward. Trying to poke. Look at the Leeming poke. Look at the Sergeant Hammer poke. This comp with this huge ranged Immortal that has shields still is going to push this keep wall down so quickly. 13 is on the horizon for Black right now. They could feel the keep damage before it's even started here. Now the Immortal out of shields, but already in melee range of the keep. Dami's going to try to make a play here. Immediately Sake uses first aid. Here's a Void Prison. Honkono going to try to get the pick from the back lines here. Is it going to be enough?
But that's only on Murd. Tyrael blows up, but is that going to be enough? I don't think. The palm does connect on Dami. No one dead for MVP Miracle at the moment.
But they're trading members for this keep. At least that's what they wanted to do. It survives just barely. Huge win for Miracle here. Had the keep gone down, it would have no problems whatsoever with the death of Tyrael. But because the keep survives, this is a big moment for MVP Miracle. They're going to try to turn this around and push counter-wise here in the bot.
If they have lost at least one, or even one, Reset would have got all those Reset to actually finish off the damage. Miracle, they were losing their HP. They did not have so much health on all of them. That was one of the biggest palms I've ever seen in that team fight.
That was incredible. Timing it with the pulse bomb, sorry, not with the pulse bomb, with the blow up of Tyrael there. Really well played. Pulse bomb, speaking of which, just about ready here. Sniper's going to get it just now as we say this, as he's soloing this camp, at least starting it. Honkono sneaked up to the top lane to get some extra soak, but this means that MVP Black is going to take this opportunity to come down here and get this keep. Dami doesn't want it to happen, but the push is real. There's no way they could stop this. The wave is coming. Sake just barely in range. They put the shield up, but it's only going to delay the inevitable. Down goes the keep, and that's all they wanted. They get the keep. They're going to have this extra lane pressure, and there's nothing the Miracle can do about it. And in fact, they didn't even get the cap. Sniper got some of it, but didn't finish it, so they don't have the counter pressure from the Shaman cap either.
Yeah, the pressure was way too big on the bottom lane. They just had to come down, and Honkono's still on top. Look at MVP Black. They're looking for this taunt, and this requires auto attack, so they're gonna come in. MVP Black on the chase. Tastar is caught at the moment, shifts away, but they're silenced. Gonna want to catch on Crazy Moving right now. Darvish is also, he tried really his best, trying to save him, but not really.
Did not work out. MVP Black had vision of this. They saw it coming with the scouting drone. Not a safe check there by MVP Miracle. They took the risky path, and that is possibly going to cost them this game. With Tyrael here at full health, they have Sanctification still and Tyrael's trait. They may just simply be able to end. Sake, look at him from the back. Free damage. The shield is already gone. Nice palm here onto Sniper. Will he be able to survive? Good Void. I don't think this is going to be game over anymore. It looks like MVP Miracle is going to try to turn this around.
They also have EDC coming out in 1 second. Looks like that is going to be enough, and Sake taken out. Honkano onto Chase, and Sniper also onto Chase as Tracer. This is the best situation for Tracer to chase in, doing some damage, but not too much. Those shields are keeping them alive.
Yeah, looks like they should be able to get out with everybody here now. We see Honkano tries to commit. There's a nice ice block. No pulse bomb to finish Meriday off. Really good mechanical play on both sides there. A few more mistakes from Miracle would have cost them that game. Honkano's Void Prison saved them there, and now they're going to try to go ahead and work on this Immortal. They're going to get the first phase for free, all the way down to half shields. Black will not win this phase. They need to regroup. Everyone's respawned. And it looks like only Honkano is going to go back to get mana.
It's a good trade. Their Sank is down and Void Prison is down, but Miracle still has that Mosh available, and that one good Mosh is all they need.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can actually get Li Ming into it.
This means Black can actually potentially, possibly win this. It's going to be very difficult, but with the Hearth home, they can absolutely do so. Good positioning here so far. They're just going to poke over and over and over again here, as Miracle is going to look for an angle. They don't really have that much poke in terms of the Immortals. They need a pick, or they need positioning where they don't have either.
And Void Prison is available in 7 seconds. Honkano trying to get some angle to come in from the bottom. Let's see if that Void Prison can actually connect. Kyocha goes right into the middle as the recall goes in on Sniper.
Sniper palmed way too early here. He's not going to have the heal. Dami immediately the interrupt on the Mosh, but down he's going to go. Sanctification used here as well. They don't get it. They're trying to poke it with Psy Storm. That's all they really have to try to knock this down. Now they're down a member, and the siege tank damage from Sake is starting to stack up here. They're catching up, and Honkano pushed away now, slowed massively. They're going to use this gate to escape. But look at the Punisher, or Immortal rather. Look at the catapults down here. Black is in prime position to take this first game now. They're looking for the kill onto Sniper. He has his recall just barely. But look at that. Sake going to knock that Immortal down. They're going to have the push in the top lane. And Sniper, will he be able to get out this time? He's actually aggroed this catapult. Reset's going to look for the kill. Can he get it? Oh, yes!
Not yet, and he does at the end. This Immortal going top, going to push the keep. I think with this 16, I think Black has the upper hand for sure. And Miracle, they really have to defend their best at the top. Sake getting harassed by Honkano for a second. Wopu Blade doing some damage.
So for some of the same reasons that Miracle was unable to poke down the Immortal at range, they're going to have trouble poking it down on the defense here. They're down a talent tier, and Black is looking for a fight. They force them back into the gate, which means that this Immortal is doing more free damage. They have very little poke. They have Psy Storm, they have Tracer's auto attacks. Honkano's going to need the Void Prison of his life. He had one earlier. He's going to need one more if they're going to defend this and win this game. Black up that talent tier right now. The keep is going down. The keep will go down no matter what. Catapult pressure on the bot. They need a team wipe. They need a perfect Void Prison, or this game is over.
But
Honkano needs to come in.
Honkano needs to come in, but they do not have Mosh yet. That's the thing. They need 30 more seconds. That's the time when Honkano is going to try to come in, connect with the Void Mosh to actually have all full team Mosh here. But this Immortal is way too strong. Attacking on the core already. Mosh is back. Honkano looking for the chase. Just used Blink away.
They need to commit here. They need to commit, or they're going to lose this game right away. 60 health left on the core. Sake is attacking it directly here. Already the kill onto Honkano. That means no Void Prison here. Dami's insanely low. Resets galore for Reset. The silence as well. 3 dead. Make it 4, and that is game over. MVP Black moving on to match point, taking a 2-1 lead in this best of 5.
Wow, just insane plays coming out from MVP Black, and Tracer Tastar, they had a good try at MVP Miracle. They really poking into what Black used to play, and it did not work as MVP Black. They had the range poking. It was insane with Sake.